This is my last bathtub video. And then the me that you know is gonna be gone. There once was a flock of geese flying in a type B all over the world. Well, north to south, north to south. And all the geese knew, because it was programmed in them, to get in the flock and fly. Fly north, fly south, fly north, fly south. And the leader always said, no matter what you see, you keep flying. No matter what you see, you keep flying. Don't question what we do. Don't question why we do it. No matter what you see, you keep flying. Don't look around, look straight ahead, keep flying. But there was one goose who was always an oddball, always goofy. And he couldn't help but look around. He couldn't help but look down at everything he passed over, look up at the sky above, the clouds. He'd call out the shape of the clouds. He'd go, guys, like, I can still fly, but I can see down there. There's lakes, there's oceans, there's different birds, there's places we can land and stay. There's other ways to do this. Whew. But the geese didn't listen. They kept flying. And then one day, the goose saw a pond, so magical, so beautiful, such a utopia full of such different exotic birds, and he saw a pond full of just the most beautiful things he's ever seen. He didn't know it could exist because all he knew was one shape, one flock, one flight his whole life. And he tried to change the shape. He'd be like, let's try a W. Let's try a Y. Let's try an A. Can we please try anything but a V, please? We'll fly one time south in the shape of an X. Just like anything. Please, God, we can make it. We're so strong. We do this every year. I don't know why we feel like we have to do the same thing every time. He said, you know what? I'm going to prove to these guys that there's a big, beautiful world out there. And so he left the flock all by himself, and he was so confident, and he just literally didn't even realize how fast he was just flying straight down towards the ground. And the pond he intended to land in, full of all these beautiful birds. He just crashed into it so hard because he didn't know. He didn't know what to do. And there he was in this pond, and flamingos and emperor penguins and hummingbirds and ostriches and moas, 10 feet tall prehistoric birds, just all these birds just see this goose, which they've never seen a goose before. He's just as exotic to them as he is to, as they, whatever, okay? The goose is trying to tell the story. He's in the pond, okay? And this puffin comes out of nowhere and goes, okay, if you're gonna be in this pond, what do you have to offer? And the goose goes, well, I see things and I say them and they're really funny. Usually I'm like the only one laughing, but like, it's funny, I promise. And like, maybe you guys can get my jokes. And so the exotic people go, okay, give us a joke then. Let's hear it, Goose. He goes, knock, knock. And everyone stares at him confused. And he goes, knock, knock. And everyone stares at him confused. And he's like, knock, knock. And out of nowhere, a hummingbird just flies in and goes, what are you talking about? Like, hey, I'm trying to help you here. No, what? Well, just get to the punchline. I don't know what you're doing. No one gets what you're talking about. And in the back, we don't get it. What's he talking about? This joke sucks. And the goose goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, there's doors and there's houses and people walk up to them and you can see the birds getting more confused. They're like, people, houses, doors. And he goes, anyways, hey, never mind, that was a bad one. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm new to this pond. I don't know you people. I'm trying to figure it all out. I'm taking it all in. I'm so sorry. Is there anything else I can do to prove that I'm here? I promise I'm funny though. Like, I need more time to analyze all this stuff. It's just freaking me out. And they go, well, just swim with us then. You don't have to offer anything, yes, but if you could just swim with us and show that you belong with us. And he was like, oh, okay. But he'd only known how to fly in a V, and he'd wanted to try all the other shapes, and he's only been able to see all the other birds and what they do. And so he immediately just sees that there's a penguin diving into the water, and he's like, well, maybe this pond's different. I should probably act like the penguin. And he dives in like the water, and everyone's like, that's not what this bird looks like it was built for. I don't know what this bird was built for. It's a weird looking bird. But like, do you see how he's swimming? They're all murmuring to themselves like, this guy does not fit here at all. I don't know what he's doing here. Anyways, they're just, it's apparently clear to everyone in this pond that this goose doesn't belong. And it's really clear to this flock flying in a V that this goose doesn't belong. And this goose, he just starts to realize it before everyone else. He can see them murmuring. The thing about this goose is like, he can obviously see what everyone's saying. And so he excuses himself. He goes, you know what, I tried. And that's all I knew at the time. And I think I'm just gonna go back to flying or something. I don't know. I don't know where to go. I'm gonna leave. There's one voice from all these beautiful exotic birds that said, wait, don't go. Wait. And the most beautiful of birds, the swan, swam out and got between the silly goose and the rest of all these birds in this pond. And these birds, they weren't trying to be mean. They were just going by the rules of what's going on in the pond. And the swan could see this, because the swan had really, really powerful vision. Not like the birds of prey, not like falcons, not like eagles, not like that. And the swan turned to the exotic birds and said, I remember a time someone came to this pond, ugly and alone and different, and needed refuge because of the rules of this pond. That bird had to walk away. And when the bird came back, a beautiful swan, you guys didn't even think twice. You let him right in because now the bird fit your rules. And you guys ask me every single day. You guys ask this swan all the time. You guys are so protective of me. You guys know how valuable my wisdom is. And I didn't make sense at first. But if you just listen to me, and you listen to this goose as he listened to me, he's silly, he's goofy, he's odd, but the things that he's saying are real out there. And it seems like he has a new perspective, and he's able to explain this in a way that I understand, that so many other birds that I know in this pond that I've talked to understand. But maybe, just maybe, we let one silly goose in, finally, after all these years, and we just let him have fun. And we just see what he has to say. Because he's just doing it because it seems like he genuinely just wants to have fun, and he's not trying to hurt anybody. He didn't attack anyone. He immediately tried to obey the rules. And he tries so hard, but it doesn't work. And the birds trusted the swan because the swan had never steered them wrong. So you may have heard of this bird. And you may wonder, wow, I've really heard of this bird all the time, but I've never heard his story. But ladies and gentlemen, I give you the silly goose. Whew. And I don't know what happens from here. But I know I'm on the right path, I'm on the right track, and I know what I'm doing. And the bathtub isn't full of tears anymore, I'm laughing again. So, we'll be back soon. I love you. And follow me, I'm pretty funny.